So this is the second part of the book. Let's put that there so I actually focus on the fucking thing. The Monsters and the Critics by Tolkien. He gave a lecture in 1936, which talked more about... People cared more about Beowulf for its historical significance more than anything else. They tried to figure out who wrote it, when they wrote it. Were these people real people? I mean, Hygelac dies in Beowulf, and of course there was a man called Hygelac who died in 530 AD and off the coast of Frisia, and it's pretty much how it's described in Beowulf, which gave people the impression that these characters or these people might actually have been real people, although I think Hygelac is the only one we know for sure. Anyway, the wages of heroism is death. Is there any truth within Beowulf? Is it merely a tale of monsters and men, or does it carry a weight of myth, faith and history intertwined? Let's uncover the hidden layers of Beowulf, the bridge between pagan heroism and Christian redemption. Now, the writer of this poem, which would have been the early 8th century, clearly a Christian, because England had been Christianised by that point. Maybe he was a convert and trying to find a balance between his old religion and his new religion, who knows. Beowulf's monsters. Grendel, his mother, the dragon, are not just beasts of horror. They echo Norse mythology, resembling the Jotnar, the ever-watchful enemies of the gods. Yet the poet weaves them into Christian theology, linking them to Cain's cursed lineage. This is no accident. This is the imagination wrestling with the old and the new. Yeah, I don't know whether he was wrestling with it, but definitely get the feeling that there was a cross-pollination between old pagan religion and Christianity. Maybe he just couldn't find the will to tell a story about Scandinavia without, and just completely Christianise it when it wasn't Christianised at that time. Was the poet a semi-pagan, caught between two worlds? That seems unlikely in the 8th century, but why then does he make the minstrel and herald sing of Genesis, the very song that drives Grendel into a mad rage? It seems to be any songs or hymns or prayers that are loud enough anyway. It seems to be the things that piss off Grendel, and Grendel is supposed to be an ancestor of Cain. I don't know much about the Cain and Abel thing. I know that Abel killed Cain killed Abel, first murder or the first death or whatever. But I'm not a Christian, I'm an atheist, so I don't really care about all that stuff. I'm not particularly interested in hearing about it, to be honest. But if you want to write it in the comments, feel free. For other people, I will ignore it. King Hrothgar is a shepherd to his people, a wise patriarch attributing all the good to God's mercy. But Beowulf is different. He walks the path of the warrior, guided by the old code, the heroic ethos of strength and renown. He thanks God for his gifts, yet he fights as an ancient pagan would. If you watched the 2007 Robert Zemeckis movie, apparently he fights naked, but who knows? Anyway, this is not a historical recounting of 6th century Scandinavia, it is something greater. A vision of a noble, sorrowful pagan past shaped by the hands of a Christian poet. The past is not rejected but transformed. Well, that depends on your idea of transformation, I guess. The legacy of Beowulf. Some critics argue that Beowulf's heart is hidden in the margins, that his true themes are buried beneath the monsters and battles, but they miss the point. The poet's artistry lies in the ability to summon the old world, one filled with both darkness and glory, where pagan nobility and Christian salvation are intertwined. I mean, sure. I have to agree with that. I mean, it's hard to find fault in what Tolkien says. He knows far more about this stuff than I ever did, or ever will, probably. We are fortunate that this masterpiece survived, spared from the dragon of destruction, to remind us of a hero's path, one that is never truly lost. Now let's post to Fade to Black. I've got two more videos in this series of this. I finished writing the fourth one earlier today, so there'll be number 3 next week, 4 the week after. And then frankly I need to find something else to talk about on Fridays. But yeah, so that's me for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comments. If you like these videos, keep coming back and I'll give you more.